Jana Vallabha Kidavaradari Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kanjabi Hari Jaya Radha Madhava Kanjabi Hari Gopi Jana Vallabha Kidavaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Kidavaradari Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kanjabi Hari Jaya Radha Madhava Kanjabi Hari Jayam Swa Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parvajaka Charja Asatar Sata Sri Srimad Abhay Charnarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Jayam Swa Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parvajaka Charja Asatar Sata Sri Srimad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Anantakoti Vaishnavina Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Sri Mathura Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Sri Navadvip Dham Ki Jai Ganga Me Ki Jai Yamuna Me Ki Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Shri Shri Gaurnitai Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Samaveda Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, The Science of Krishna, Canto 3, The Status Quo, Chapter 2, Remembrance of Lord Krishna. Text number 25, Vasudevasya Devakyam Jata Bhoja Indra Bandhane Chikirshu Bhagavan Asya of the earth, Asya Sham Ajena Abhyachata Vasudevasya Devakyam Jatobhajendra Bandhane Chakirshir Bhagavanasya Sham Ajena Piyachataha Vasudevasya Devakyam Jatobhajendra Bandhane Chakirshir Bhagavanasya Sham Ajena Piyachataha Vasudevasya Devakyam Jatobhajendra Bandhane Chakirshir Bhagavanasya Shamajena Piyachitaha
Vasudevasya Devakyam Jatobhajendra Bandhane Chakirshir Bhagavanasya Shamajena Piyachitaha
Vasudevasya Devakyam Jatobhajendra Bandhane Chikirshur Bhagavanasya Shamajena Piyachitaha
Vasudevasya Devakyam Jatobhajendra Bandhane Chikirshur Bhagavanasya Shamajena Piyachitaha
Vasudevasya Devakyam Jatobhajendra Bandhane Chakirshur Bhagavanasya Shamajena Piyachitaha
Vasudevasya Devakyam Jatobhajendra Bandhane Chikirshur Bhagavanasya Shamajena Piyachitaha.
Anyone else? Vasudevasya Devakyam
Jatobhajendra Bandhane Chikirshur Bhagavanasya Shamajena Piyachitaha
Vasudevasya, of the wife of Vasudeva, Devakyam, in the womb of Devaki, Jata, born of Bhoja Indra, of the king of the Bhojas, Bandhane, in the prison house, Chikirshu, for doing Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Asya, of the earth, Sham, welfare, Ajena, by Brahma, Abhiyachita, being prayed for. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. The personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, being prayed to by Brahma to bring welfare to the earth, was begotten by Vasudeva in the womb of his wife Devaki, in the prison of the king of Bhoja. Purport. Although there is no difference between the Lord's past times of appearance and disappearance, the devotees of the Lord do not generally discuss the subject matter of his disappearance. Vidura inquired indirectly from Uddhava about the incident of the Lord's disappearance by asking him to relate Krishna Katha, or topics on the history of Lord Krishna. Thus Uddhava began the topics from the very beginning of his appearance as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki in the prison of Kamsa, the king of the Bhojas at Mathura. The Lord has no business in this world, but when he is so requested by devotees like Brahma, he descends on the earth for the welfare of the entire universe. This is stated in Bhagavad Gita 4.8. Pratinaya saranam vinashaya jaduskitam dharma samstapanartaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Translation again. The personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, being prayed to by Brahma to bring welfare to the earth, was begotten by Vasudeva in the womb of his wife Devaki, in the prison of the king of Bhoja. Donovan Maharaj, we'd like to hear your comments.
The devotees of the Lord are so attached to Krishna that they, whenever they have difficulty, they think of him. And they also, whenever they have jubilant, something comes out very favorable, then they also think of Krishna. That is their goal, to think of him all the time. And Vismartavyam Najatachit. Smartavyam Satatam Vishnu Vismartavyam Najatachit. The two main businesses in life are always to remember Krishna and never to forget him. Smartavyam Satatam Vishnu. That's Vishnu, but Krishna is also Vishnu. As we see when the Lord comes, all the incarnations of the Lord are also manifest with him. They're all with him because they all emanate from him. He's the source of everything. Janmajasya. All the different forms, Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadam, and Antarupam, they all come from him, unlimited forms. And sometimes he displays these forms. For example, when he became visible as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva, he appeared in his four-handed feature. He could have appeared in any form. It's like with Prahlad Maharaj, he appeared in the Sringadeva form, half man, half lion. That was the same Krishna, but according to the circumstance, he needed to keep intact the promises of Brahma. Again, because his devotee wanted to Brahma wanted to show that Hiranyakashipu's austerities were indeed glorious. There's so many different things that the Lord wants to show, the devotees want to show. The devotees want to bring Krishna into the situation because they're so attached to him, and they want everyone to love him. They want everyone to see him. They want everyone to think about him. Just like if we have some favorite place, we want to bring everyone there. We want to let them see what a nice place this is. Or if we have a friend, beautiful friend, or a wonderful father, we want to show our father, let everyone see our father. Or if we have a beautiful wife or wonderful husband or whatever, we want to show others. So naturally they wanted to show Krishna, and they wanted to see Krishna themselves. For a devotee, there's nothing more painful than to be out of the view of Krishna. The gopis of Vrindavan, they couldn't bear even not seeing Krishna for the time it took to blink one's eyes. And they were so attached to seeing Krishna. Now, how would they come up with that idea that there was any gap? Because the demigods, they don't blink their eyes. Anamisha. Misha. Blinking the eyes. But that's only for the people on the earth planet or below. Those who are in the higher planets, they don't have to blink their eyes. So gopis thought that was a mistake on Brahma's part, that he created the humans on earth with eyes that could blink, and during that time they missed seeing Krishna. So they called Brahma a dunce. Didn't know how to create properly. They couldn't stand the separation, even for a moment. Gayitam nameshena chakshusha pavishayitam shinayitam jagatsagam govindadanayaname. Even one moment's absence from Krishna appears like Yugayitam. Yuga means 8 years, it's one meaning, and another meaning of yuga is an age, or an epoch. So, if you take the meaning as being one age, it could be one age, say, Kali Yuga or Dwapara Yuga, that's also one age. And the four together are called an age also. So, and that is 4,300,000 years. So, one moment separation from Krishna appears to them like millions of years. And in the presence of Krishna, the whole night of Brahma appeared like just a few moments, because Krishna was so merciful to them, and they wanted him to be present with them during this dance, this rasa dance. So they were praying, please let us have this rasa dance for a night of Brahma. And Krishna agreed, yes, it's a good idea. He made it all night. He made the night of, for the gopis in the Rasa Lila, a night of Brahma. Means it's expanded thousands of times. But even that, they experienced that, but it seemed like it just went by in a moment for them. You know you're having a good time if it passes by within a few seconds. Think, I just started this activity. I just started eating, now I have to give. So, they couldn't stand to be away from Krishna. They only wanted to be with Krishna. And that's the devotees. That's what they want. They don't think, we've heard that there's some pleasure in the separation from Krishna, so let me be separated. No, they don't want to be separated for even a second moment. But sometimes Krishna arranges it like that. Why does he do that? He's causing so much suffering, they may say. Someone may say that. He's so cruel. How could he do that to his devotees? It's not cruelty. It's enhancing their loving relationship. The lovers have different relationships they do, things they do to enhance the relationship. They may come late to the meeting for some reason. They were doing something for pleasing the other one more, they thought. And so the one party becomes upset. But actually it's all for increasing the loving exchange between the lovers. And whether it's in Vatsalya Ras, like the Vasudeva and Devaki, or in the Vatsalya Ras, that means the relationship with Krishna as parents. They were in the mood of caring for him, of protecting him. They were thinking they're his mother and father, they have to protect him. So the first thing they thought of is we have to get rid of this 4 hands, because there's no way we can protect him if he's got 4 hands. Because people didn't have 4 hands on earth. In Vaikuntha they have 4 hands. Vishnu has 4 hands. And even the non-Vishnus, living entities, also have 4 hands. Those who have the features of the Lord have the same bodily appearance as the Lord. But Vasudeva and Devaki didn't want that. They just wanted to serve him as mother and father, not as equals.
Dr. Maharaj, thank you so much. So the appearance of Lord Krishna is not like that of a conditioned soul. Just like when the governor visits the prison house, he's not one of the prisoners, but he comes there for the welfare of the prisoners. So Krishna is not obligated to come to this material world, but he descends from the transcendental realm where he's engaged in loving pastimes with the cowherd boys and the gopis and Mother Yasoda and Nanda Maharaj. He comes to this miserable place just to benefit the conditioned souls and to give pleasure to the devotees. And he doesn't have to come here to kill the demons, because he can engage material nature to kill so many millions of demons by famine, by pestilence, by earthquakes, hurricanes, and so on, and wars. But he comes here principally to give pleasure to the devotees. So Krishna comes here once in a day of Brahma, in the 28th millennium of the 8th Manu, at the end of the Dwapara Yuga. He doesn't have to follow this schedule, but he comes by his own sweet will. And it says that the Lord comes in every yuga, in every age. So he comes also in Kali Yuga as the Chana avatar. Lord Chaitanya is described in many scriptures, Mahabharata and Srimad Bhagavatam. He's the avatar for Kali Yuga, and he comes here not to kill the demons, but to deliver the demons. And those who follow in the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya also have the same purpose, to deliver the demons from omniscience and help them on their journey back home, back to Godhead. And Krishna's appearance was very, very wonderful. If you go to Mathura, you could see the actual place where Krishna appeared in this world, in the prison house of Kamsa. And formerly there was a gigantic skyscraper-like temple there that was completely destroyed by the Malechas. But I heard they're reconstructing the great mandira at the place of Krishna's appearance in this world. And Rupa Goswami says in Upadeshamrita that Mathura is superior to the spiritual world, Vaikuntha, because the Lord appeared there. So the Gaudiya Vaishnavas worship the places of Krishna's pastimes, Mathura and Vrindavan, as non-different from Krishna. Gaudiya Vaishnavas take pebbles or stones from Govardhan Hill and worship them because they're pieces of Krishna. They're non-different from Krishna. They have the full potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when Maharaj Yudhisthira retired from household life, he installed his grandson, Maharaj, Arjuna's grandson, Maharaj Pariksit, as the emperor of all the lands bordering the seas, because Maharaj Pariksit was as equally qualified as Maharaj Yudhisthira. And he posted Vajra, the great-grandson of Krishna, as the king of the Shurasenas, and he made his capital at Mathura. And Vraja was the son of Aniruddha. Aniruddha was the son of Pradyumna. Pradyumna was the son of Rukmini and Krishna. Pradyumna was the eldest son of Rukmini. And the deity of the New Vrindavan, there's a wonderful form, Gopal Nachi. This form of the Lord, Gopal Nachi, was originally installed by Vajra 5,000 years ago. And it's also worshipped by Madhavendra Puri. And this Gopal Nachi is a combination of Radha and Krishna. And you can see with his left hand he's holding Govardhan Hill. So Krishna had many descendants in the Yadu dynasty. From each queen was blessed to have 10 sons, and each son was as qualified in all the opulences as their great father Krishna. They were full of the opulences of fame, beauty, wealth, knowledge, renunciation, and strength. And these members of the Yadu dynasty, they were demigods who appeared on this planet to help in Krishna's pastimes. And at the time of the Lord's disappearance, the Lord wanted them to return to their original positions in the higher planets. So it says here in the purport, Prabhupada writes that the devotees of the Lord do not generally discuss the subject matter of his disappearance. And I just heard this morning from ISKCON News that His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj has departed and joined the eternal pastimes of Sri Sri Radha, Parthasarthi, Sri Sri Gaurnitai, and Lakshmi Nrsimha, and Sita Ram, Lakshman Hanuman. And Gopal Krishna Maharaj is one of the crown jewels of this planet, and he was recognized even by the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, who praised him as one of the ideal holy man to set an example for all mankind to tread the spiritual path. And Gopal Krishna Maharaj was made GBC for all of India by Srila Prabhupada in 1975. And he appeared in this world in India, and he was given the birth name Gopal Krishna. And when Prabhupada gave him his first initiation, he told him, "Your new name is Gopal Krishna Das." And Srila Gopal Krishna was in Montreal. In his householder life, he was a general manager of a Pepsi-Cola company. And he was in Montreal when Prabhupada was scheduled to come here. And his first service to Srila Prabhupada was cleaning Prabhupada's rooms in anticipation of Prabhupada's arrival in Montreal, Canada. And since that time, he's been engaged in keeping the house of Srila Prabhupada alive and well. And he established so many temples. It's hard to even count them. In New Delhi alone, in the metropolitan area of Delhi, he established 18 beautiful temples. And the latest one was on Ram Navami of this year. And this temple was so grand and beautiful that the kirtan hall in the temple is the second largest in the world. The largest is TOVP in Mayapur. And the craftsmanship in this temple is really amazing. The detailed marble inlay work is just like, looks like Vishwakarma from the heavenly kingdom. And the Gopal Krishna engaged the descendants of the marble craftsmen who built the Taj Mahal. He engaged the same craftsmen in building this temple, and the details in this are just unbelievable. And he also inspired the great temple in Kurukshetra. The structure itself is not complete, and the detailed work is now going on. But this is one of the grandest temples in ISKCON, and the first Krishna Arjuna temple. And it's in the shape of a chariot, and there are four horses at the entrance door to the temple. And these horses are 40 feet tall. And inside there's Krishna Arjuna. And Gopal Krishna Maharaj is also made a trustee of Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, and he was so much instrumental in distributing books, even to the communist countries, which is very dangerous. So I could just imagine how dear Gopal Krishna is to Srila Prabhupada and the previous acharyas for fulfilling their desire. He's following the order of Lord Chaitanya. Those born in India have the responsibility to make their life perfect and to spread Lord Chaitanya's message all over the world, even to the communist countries, which is very dangerous. And even though in recent years he was stricken with 3 heart attacks and Parkinson's disease, he maintained a very hectic schedule, extremely hectic. He spent spent every ounce of his energy in spreading Krishna consciousness, and still his sadhana was impeccable. And he would often be there for Mongol Artik, offering Artik to the deities. And then Donovan Maharaj has also been very much active in spreading Krishna consciousness. He's just completed his epic of 30 volumes of the Garga Samhita, the Vaishnava literature. And even though Gopal Krishna Maharaj was such a great personality, he's still very humble and personable. One time he was giving a Srimad Bhagavatam class in the temple in New Delhi, India, and there were about 200 devotees in the audience, and I was also there that morning. And he looked at me, and suddenly he stopped his class and said, "Do you want to have an interpreter?" And I said, "No. I'm attracted to hearing your voice." Even though he was speaking in Hindi, I couldn't understand all the words, but I knew he was talking about Krishna, and I just wanted to hear the sound of his voice. He's a very powerful preacher, and even though I couldn't understand all the words he was saying, the potency of his preaching was very, very impressive, and it was like nectar to my ears. And one time, Gopal Krishna Maharaj told one of his disciples to buy me a pair of shoes when I was in New Delhi. And there was a great Rath Yatra festival in Punjabi Bagh. New Delhi is a great city, 34 million people, and there are various ISKCON temples in different sections of the city. There's a section called Punjabi Bagh where there's a great Jagannath temple, and there was Jagannath Rath Yatra. And Gopal Krishna Maharaj asked me how I like the festival, even though I'm nobody in ISKCON. Still, for some reason, he took some interest in me. Any comments or questions? Jagannath Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for your heart-touching comments on Gopal Krishna Maharaj. My question, though, is on one of Maharaj's comments. Is it okay if I ask?
Sure.
Okay. I was wondering, because I know that Goloka Vrindavan is the highest planet in creation, but no, not that one. It's if deities can never be moved from the temples, why do devotees trade and sometimes you see that they move from temple to temple sometimes?
Sometimes in an emergency, deities are moved, just like when the Mohammedans invaded Vrindavan Dham. Dana Mohan and Govinda were moved to the city of Jaipur, which is in an adjacent state of Rajasthan. So generally deities are not moved, but occasionally they have to be for their own protection. Does Maharaj have another comment? Okay. So Krishna appeared when the earth was overburdened with the defense forces of various demons. And Bhumi petitioned Lord Brahma to solve this situation because Bhumi, the deity of the Mother Earth, felt a great burden. And Srimad Bhagavatam is described that there are two kinds of burdens. There's the burden of love and the burden of the beast. The burden of the beast is unbearable, but the burden of love is pleasurable. Just like the burden of a husband on a young wife, or the burden of a child on mother's lap, or the burden of wealth on a successful businessman. These are pleasurable burdens. And in the absence of such burdens, when they feel the pain of separation. So there's a false theory that there's an overpopulation. There's an overpopulation of demons, just like in Krishna's immediate family. Krishna had 1 billion family members if you count all of Krishna's sons and grandsons. The total number of Krishna's descendants in the Yadu dynasty was approximately 1 billion. But there was no overpopulation because Krishna can provide facilities for any number of the living entities on the earth. Just like in the animal and plant kingdom, there's no such thing as overpopulation, even though sometimes the lower animals give birth to dozens of children at one time. Still, Krishna provides food for all the living entities because all are part and parcel of Krishna. Okay, it's time for the Sankirtan festival. Thank you for patiently hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. All glories to His divine grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
So we'll read the Sankirtan scores for the week of May 6th for the pleasure of their lordship Sri Sri Gaurnitai, Lord Nrsimhadev, Tulsi Maharani, Sampradaya Acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, His Holiness Dhanavir Goswami, and all the assembled devotees. This week we had 2 book distributors with 5 small books, 2 medium books, 7 big books, and 1 Maha big book for a total of 11.25 book points. Magadari Prabhu. Haribo. In first position with 1 small book, 1 medium book, 3 big books, and 4 Maha big books, for a total of 11.75 book points, Bhakta Joseph. Haribo. I'll pass the mic to you in just a second. So the total is 6 small books, 3 medium books, 10 big books, and 5 Maha big books for a total of 23 book points. Rupanuga Vedic College Ki Jai.
We went to the plaza sometime last week, and there was a pretty cool moment that happened in which Krishna yesterday was talking to me about like the enthusiasm that we put out. Krishna gives it right back, and that keeps us like in the fire, and keeps things running high. Our energy and our desire to serve Krishna and whatnot. And this was like the first moment during book distribution where I really made a physical effort. We were just walking down the street, and on the other side of the street there were some people taking a video of us who were enjoying the kirtan led by Radha Damodar Prabhu, and I saw that they were walking into the store, so I just kind of like ran across the street. Cars were coming and stuff. It was maybe not the best idea, but I just like took off, and yeah, they ended up donating $20, and they were really, really happy that I made the effort to get across the street and catch them before they went in the store. And yeah, we hope to see them soon. Yeah, Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai.
So, yeah, we went to the plaza on Saturday for the Mahaharinam, and then we went to Brookside. Yeah, I kind of found, I walked down the street to the price chopper, and there was this young guy with some friends, and I just said hi to them, you know. And he was really ecstatic. So I said, all right, he's the one. And I showed him the book, and I said, yeah, man, you're super spiritual, take it. And he was really happy about it. He felt very touched. And we've been in touch for the past few days. So I hope that Krishna and Prabhupada give him all the mercy so he can become a Vaishnava devotee of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai.